Alright, so let's get our hands dirty by exploring the guardrail feature available in Amazon Bedrock. You can go to Amazon Bedrock, and if you scroll it down, you will find the guardrail option here underneath build. So on clicking of that, your landing page will get appear. Let's take a quick look at what it really means. So as we discussed in our theory in the previous session, it says Amazon Bedrock Guardrail are used to implement application specific safeguards based on your use cases and responsible AI policies. How it works, it create a guardrail, you can test your guardrail, and then you can deploy your guardrail. So let's go ahead and create our first guardrail by clicking on the create guardrail button. Once you do that, you simply need to provide your guardrail details. Let's say Gen AI course guardrail. Okay, let's give it a description. This guardrail will help restrict unwanted words to be processed using the Bedrock pipeline. Right now, let's give the message for blocking prompts. By default, it says sorry, the model cannot answer these questions, meaning if this model identify any specific keyword which you have restricted, the model is going to respond with this message. You can change it as per your requirement. For our use case, let it be as is. Now, cross region inferred optional. So if you wanted to apply your guardrail to be worked and to be implemented across multi-region, you need to enable this option. Same with the KMS key as well. Customize encryption setting. Your data is encrypted by default with the key that AWS owns and manage for you. To choose a different key, customize your encryption setting to use the default key clear this option. So for our case, we are not going to do that, as well as we are not going to implement the tags, as well as this is a demo session. Now let's go ahead and click the next button. Here comes the most interesting part. So here we are going to configure the content filter, which is again optional. So let's go one by one. In our previous session, we learned that there are 6 specific content filter options available: harmful category, prompt attack, container filters, and rest are coming in the next page. So let's enable that, and we see harmful contents. We have all this category available, which says hate, insult, sexual violence, misconduct, and you can set the threshold as well by choosing the right options for your use case. For prompt attack, again, you can enable the configuration from here as well. As we discuss, how this defines is it protect your system by someone who wants to gain the access of your system by asking them removing the previous system prompts and applying a new one. So what the definition says: enable to detect and block user input attempting to override system instructions, to avoid misclarifying system prompts as a prompt attack, and ensure that the filters are selectively applied to user input. Use input tagging. Right, so this is what the prompt attack is. Now again, you can set the threshold, what you really wanted to do on the action side, whether you wanted to block it or you want to detect a system that set up an diagnostic tool without taking action on the input or output. So if for our case, we'll go with block. Now here it is multi-modal as well, and for all the other use cases as well, it is multi-modal model, where you can use the text as well as image too for blocking of the content. But for our use case, let's go ahead with text and go to the next button. But before we do that, here is the content filter tier. Whether you wanted to go with classic or standard, you need to choose as per your requirement. Classic says an established solution supporting English, French, and Spanish language. This tier does not require you to opt into cross-region interface. For this session, for this tutorial, we haven't opted for the cross-region, whereas in case of standard, you have to opt for the cross-region interface. So we will go with the classic solution and click on the next button. Coming on to the next, denial topic. If you have specifically wanted to deny any specific topic, you can add that topic in here. So let's give it a try. You need to provide a name. No discussion about war. In definition, we need to provide a clear definition to detect and block user input and foundation model responses that fall into this topic. So we're gonna say please don't. So we are saying that please don't respond to any of the user query which talks about war. Do not consider the user query which asks any questions about war. And let's give it some examples. Where is the war going on? Who is winning the war? Is war good for our planet? Just a hypothetical question, just to give you a perspective and want you to understand how this works. So it works on the it works on the input as well as on the output. Again, the fundamental is same, whether you wanted to block it or you want to detect it with no action. Let's go ahead and continue with the block. Add sample phrases as well. So you can add a sample phrase as well, which is optional. So let's not go into that detail. We have given the examples, or probably you can do the same thing here as well by copy and pasting it here. Okay, let's go ahead and confirm that. A topic definition is required and must not exceed 200 characters. Got it. Let's remove few of the line here and see if that works. And yes, it took that into consideration. Now again, deny topic tier, classic or standard. Let's go with the classic and click on the next button. Now here is the add word filter. this is very specific to a word which you do not want to respond on. So let's filter that. So let's scroll that down and go to add word or phrases. So we're gonna add word saying bike. Let's say we do not want to talk about bike. You can add more words as well. We can say I don't want to talk about cruise as well. Okay, so these are the two words which we wanted to add. We'll see how it responds to our custom words as well. Now here comes the another filtration process. Remember that we initially talked about 6 filtration criteria you can provide here, right? In our previous theory session we talked through that in very detail. So we have covered almost most of that, but PII is also one of the parts. So let's add PII and see what all things we can do here. You can block the name, phone number, email address, age, username, password, or any other information if you wanted to give here. Let's take an example of phone and continue with that as well. Regex pattern, you can specify any pattern as well. So if any specific question comes into that pattern, you can block that as well. Clicking on the next button, you'll see the grounding and the relevance option as well. We covered this in theory. What is grounding? So it validates if the model response are grounded and factually correct based on the information provided in the reference sources, and block responses that are below the defined threshold of grounding. So let's enable that. It increases your response quality and precision. Let's check about the relevance as well. What it says validate if the model response are relevant to the user query, and block responses that are below the defined threshold and relevance. So let's enable that as well. You can set the threshold. 0.7 is the default threshold. We talked about this in our theory as well. And click on the next button. Automated reasoning policy. Let's not do anything in here. It is out of the scope at this point, and click on the next button. Now this is the final review option. We need to quickly review what all things we have given as a configuration. Provide guardrail details, name, description we have provided. Block messaging, the message is what it comes as a default. We haven't provided any tags. We have enabled the harmful category, prompt attack, content filtration, and then we enable the denied topic as well, where we do not want to discuss about war. And then the proficiency filter, we have added words which we do not want to talk about. One is bike, one is cruise, and then the PII as well. So let's go ahead and create our guardrail. Great, it's pretty instant. So let's get started and ask a few of the questions. Where is the war going on at this time? Let's see what it responds. But before that, we need to select a model. Let's go with Amazon, again Nova 2 Lite, and apply. And let's say what it responds with this message. Let's go down and click on the run button, and we'll see what it responds. Hey, and there you go. It says intervened one instance, which says sorry, the model cannot answer this question. And when you say view trace, you'll see the detail. What it says is this is related to no discussion of or denial topics. So that is why it got blocked. So it gives you the detailing of reason that why it got blocked, and here it comes under the criteria of the denial topic, and so it is coming as the model do not respond to this question, where it detected as true. Let's give it a try with something else as well. Now I'm gonna ask which bike I should buy under, let's say, 1 lakh, and see what it respond. Again it intervened, and again the message is same, sorry, the model cannot answer the question. Why? Because it is coming under the denial words which we have given. So world filter bike, and that is why it got blocked with the detected as true. What else? Let's try something else. Let's see if it gives and filter out the PI option. Please call on to phone number. I'm just giving any random text here. I'm not sure what is going to respond, but again it seems like it intervened, and it is not giving the response. Let's see what it comes as in view trace. So we'll see it comes as an PII type block, because it is about the number and it detected that very correctly. So I hope you got the understanding that how this guardrail works. Now let's go ahead and clean that resource up, because we don't want those resources to be up and running there, and while we are not using that. So let's go ahead and delete that. I'll try to write it delete the option, and there you go, your guardrail is get deleted. Hope you got the crux of the understanding of this feature. This is useful when it comes to securing your prompt, securing your pipeline, and production grade pipeline development and deployment. That's it for this session. I'll see you in the next one. Till time, let's learn together and grow together.